हम हैं हम हैं हम हैं टपाड़िया। हम हैं हम हैं हम हैं टपाड़िया। हम हैं हम हैं हम हैं टपाड़िया। हम हैं हम हैं हम हैं टपाड़िया।
100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed.
Welcome to the live streaming of BHARAT Cricket Tournament Season 10. And we are into the final few league matches as next view ACS take on 4K Thunderbolts. Huge appeal denied by the square leg umpire. Point toss fell in favor of 4K Thunderbolts. They have opted to field first. Sudhir Reddy. Thunderbolts, whereas Aditya and Harshavardhan opened the batting for Aces. Aditya scoring 5 of first 4 deliveries he faced. Harshavardhan 1 of 1. All in all, Stanley coming off first over outside edge. Third man had that ball in his hand for a moment as he was about to complete the catch. The ball spilled away. Nonetheless, Aditya survives. In fact, it's Harshavardhan who survives, who gets a lifeline early on the innings. Another change in the field now. Sweeper cover dropping back for Dharmanand. Sorry, ma'am, my bad. This contest is between Map Titans and AVSTS Blazers. Titans, after winning the toss, opted to bat first. Sashi Kiran and Neeraj to open for Titans, whereas Faizan opened the bowling. Driven on the fielder there inside, does well. So it will be a dot ball to end the second over. 2 overs done and dusted. Map Titans, after putting themselves into the bat first, are 10 without any loss. This is the second instance where team after winning the toss has opted to bat first. Each and every team here at Gurukul Cricket Stadium after winning the toss goes on to ball first. But change up, what a change here as Map Titans on this occasion opts to bat first and they are 11 without any loss for first 2 overs. Faizan to continue after conceding 5 in his first. Starts off with a beauty outside of stump. Chance of a run out. Fielder shying the stump but missing the target. In the end, both the batters making their ground comfortable. 12 on the board for Map Titans in 2.1. They have put themselves to bat first after winning the coin toss. It's a very breezy evening here at Gurukul Cricket Ground. This time, huge appeal for LBW denied by the umpire. Shashi Kiran on this occasion playing across the line was hit on the pad. That was a mighty close one, denied by the state umpire. Shashi Kiran survives. Early on into your innings. Usually cut away, just short of the gully fielder. Chance of it. In the end, batter making it successfully. Plenty of action going on that delivery. That ball was cut from. That ball just short of the gully fielder, who does well as the ball doesn't carry all the way towards him. More importantly, they have taken the single. So two coming of first three deliveries of Faizan's second over and the third over of the match. Over page driven away on the up, straight to the mid fielder. So no run taken. It will be a dot ball. So far, Faizan's figure 1.4 overs, 7 runs without any wicket. 4.2 the economy for Faizan. Drifts one down the leg. White ball single by the umpire. Super effort there by the wicket keeper behind the stumps. That ball was way down the leg and way full in length. He was blinded with the batter, but still manages to collect the ball cleanly. What an effort that was. Definitely saved 4 runs for his team. Once again, cut away. This time, ball carrying all the way to the gully fielder, who puts in simplest opportunity of catching down. This time it was a firm cut shot and it carried all the way to the gully fielder, who puts it down. That should have been taken. It should have been first one down for Titans. In fact, Niranjan on this occasion gets a lifeline. This is the second time that he gets the lifeline on the same. Once again, gully fielder moves to the short third region and the ball follows him. On this occasion, reaches him on a bounce. So it's a dot ball. With that, 3 overs into the match. Map Titans, after putting themselves into bat first, are 15 without any loss. Currently, they are scoring 5 runs per over. Projected runs says 100. Average batting first total here at Gurukul Cricket Stadium is 180. Anything over 180 is a good target here at Gurukul. But let me tell you, teams even scored over 200 were not able to contain their opponent crossing the line, as over 200 has been chased successfully in past few weeks. Short ball and pulled away in between. Long off and mid wicket. What a super shot that was, Niranjan. Realizing it was a half cracker, rocking on the back foot and placing the ball perfectly in between both the deep fielders. Long off and mid wicket. Deep, but both just watches the ball go and hit the boundary skirting. Huge shot for stumping. Denied by the square leg umpire. Sharp work there behind the stump. Super active wicketkeeper for Trial Blazers. In fact, Blazers. Chetan so far concedes only 10 in his 1.2 over. Short ball cut away and it's racing away in the cover region. And it goes all the way for a much needed boundary for the Map Titans. They have started slow, but now they are moving. They are getting that boundaries. That was again a short delivery. This time the width was on offer. Batter cuts it away towards the right of cover point fielder. who tries to cut that ball, but in the end, that ball was always going for a boundary. Outfield here is very quick at Gurukul. Once again, a flighted one this time, just knocked away down the ground for a single. This is good bit of cricket from Niranjan after getting that boundary, knocking the ball for a single. He moves on to 17. Hit away just over the bowler's head. That was in the air for quite some time, but falls in no man land. It will be a dot ball. Sashi Kiran on that occasion trying to play down the ground, hitting the leading edge. Fortunate for him that he lands in the no man. This time Sashi Kiran plays across the line and nails it as the ball raised away in the square leg region. No one there deep. So it will be a boundary to close out the fourth over. Titans, after putting themselves into the bat first, they are 28 without any loss in 4 overs. Currently, they are scoring 7 runs per over. Projected score says 140. Chetan proving out to be an expensive. And in that over, as he concedes 13 in his second over, after conceding only 6 runs in his first over. He comes back and bowls a second over and goes for 13. 3 boundaries scored in that over. Two by Sashi and in fact two by Niranjan. And the last boundary which was scored by Sashi Kiran who moves to 9 of 9. Niranjan 17 of 15. All in all, Map Titans 28 without any loss in first 4 overs. Both the openers still out in the center. Couple of catching opportunity and one close shout of LBW. So far, plenty of action in this match. First change in the bowling. Arjun Singh now introduced into the attack from the far end. Right arm off break bowler Arjun Singh. He's been greeted with a boundary beautifully lifted over the cover region. No chance for any fielder to cut that off. Excellent timing from Niranjan on that occasion. That ball was pitched up and Niranjan goes inside out over the head of the cover fielder. No chance for sweeper cover fielder to cut that off. Fifth over starts off with a boundary. Map Titans now coming back strongly. They were quite in first 3 overs, but they have opened up in last couple of overs. Niranjan in particular, who's 21 of 16. Once again hit hard, but this time all along the carpet, fielder there in the deep in long off region. So it will be a single. Long off and sweeper cover fielder in play. Field restrictions are on, so only 2 fielders are allowed outside the circle. So currently they are operating with sweeper cover and long off. Driven on the up towards the sweeper cover, who collects the ball on the bounce. So it will be a single. Nice looking cover drive from Sashi Kiran, but only for a single. 6 runs coming off first half of the fifth over and the first one for Arjun Singh. Once again driven on the edge. Keeper once again dislodges the bail in a flash, but once again denied by the square leg umpire. Square leg umpire has been kept busy by the wicket keeper. Sharp work there behind the timber. This time driven square straight to the point region. Back to back dot deliveries. Good from Niranjan after conceding 6 in his first 3. He comes back and bowls 2 dot balls. Last ball of the over coming up. Once again played straight to the point. So it will be a dot ball. So dot ball to end the fifth over. Map Titans, after putting themselves into bat first, are 34 without any loss. Currently, they are scoring 6.8 runs per over. Projected score says 136. Both the batters, which have opened the innings for Map Titans, still out in the center. Partnership worth 34 of 30. 22 for Neeraj in 20 deliveries. 4 boundaries already for him. Strike rate 110. Sashi gets run a ball 10. 2 boundaries already for him. Strike rate 100. Small little rinse break before we proceed. The final over of the power play. Over rate has been on point. They are 1 over in front. Blazers. Another change in the bowling attack. Vijay Rathi now introduced from the far end. Right on medium pacer. Vijay Rathi. Plenty of experience behind him. 353 matches for him. 344 wickets. Economy 7.01. Best figures of 5 for 11. Drifts one down the leg. This time, keeper just manages to get a glove onto it. Takes all the pace of the ball, but still couldn't stop it. It will be a wide +1. 2 extras to start the sixth over. As I was saying, Vijay Rathi is very experienced campaigner. He starts off with a wide. Once again, hint of in swing for Vijay. At the moment, he's not able to control the swing as he balls the second wide in a row. Yet to ball a legal delivery in this over and already concedes 4 runs. So far, they have kept things tight. Over pitch, driven on the up. One bounce into the boundary skirting. That is a super shot from Sashi Kiran. That ball was over pitched offside off stump. He just extends his cover drive and lifts it over the cover region for a boundary. Stand and deliver stuff from Shashi. Once again, hit away in the square leg region. Will it go all the way? No, just shot. One bounce into the boundary skirtings. What a shot that was. This time, he tries to attack the stumps and he's being swept away in the square leg region for a 4. Back to back boundaries after that couple of hits. So all in all, 12 runs coming up first 2 deliveries of the final over of the power play. First over of Vijay Rathi has been taken already for 12.
plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus.
हम हैं हम हैं हम हैं टपाड़िया 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 हम हैं हम हैं हम हैं
Critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders
BHARAT goes for 21 in the final over of the power play. Arjun Singh to continue, who concedes a boundary at the first ball of the seventh over. Then couple of singles, six coming off first three so far. This time Shashi tries to cut but gets the inside edge and the ball bouncing into the keeper's glove. So it will be a dot ball. 61 without any loss for Map Titans in 6.4 overs. They have started slow, but now they are making it up. Once again, punched away, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Back to back dot deliveries. Current rate 8.93, tick under 9. Full toss on the pads, just walked away in the mid wicket region for a single. With that, 7 overs have been completed. Map Titans, after putting themselves into bat first, are 62 without any loss. Partnership was 62 of 42 balls. Shashi getting 29 of 19 deliveries, 6 boundaries for him, strike rate 150. Whereas Neeraj is on 27 of 23, 5 boundaries already for himself also. His strike rate is 117. What a comeback this has been from Map Titans. Blazers bowled beautifully in first half of the power play. But from there on, second half of the power play belongs to Blazers. Good thing the Blazers have done that. They haven't lost any wicket yet. Another change into the bowling attack. BHARAT has been removed. After conceding 21 in his first, he has been removed from the attack and Karunakar introduced. Right arm off break bowler Karunakar. 28 matches for him, 10 wickets, economy higher. 9.17 starts off with a dolly full toss, which is been hit away in the square leg region, not perfectly timed by the batter as the bat turned in his hand. He was looking to deposit it in the stands, but in order to get that extra power, he has lost his shape and in the end, no timing whatsoever. Short and way outside of stump, white ball signal. As I was talking about the economy of Karunakar, 9.71 the economy, best figures of 2 for 29. He is a genuine part-timer, more than a part-timer, but not the best of the bowlers. Short outside of stump, Boyta tries to cut but misses. Still umpire signals wide. So back-to-back wides after conceding single on his first. He overall concedes 3 in his first delivery. Blazers are struggling at the moment with the bowling. This time he drifts one down the leg and beautifully turned away in the vacant fine leg region. Square leg fielder comes all the way around. By the time, easy two for both the batters as they walk back. They just jog around in between the timber for a 2 runs. Overpaced on the pads once again. Neeraj peppering the leg side, but this time he gets beaten and wrapped on the pad. No shout for LBW as that is way down the leg. Dot ball. Bit of hint of in swing for Karunakar. Once again turned away in the square leg region. The fielder comes around. Both the batters at the moment jogging in between and crossing over for a single. Shashi Kiran's strike rate after first 10 balls was under 100. What a change, what an comeback he has done in his second 10 as he scored more than 20 in his second 10 deliveries. Strike rate over 200. for him in his last 10 deliveries. Full toss on the pads, put away easily towards the right of square leg fielder. Boundary for Shashi, but he's struggling with his back as he bends to hit that shot. That was a low full toss on the pad. He has to get low. In process, he looks in a pain. He's holding his back. This is not a good sign for Titans as his main batter is struggling with a back problem. Nonetheless, boundary for him as his score moves to 34 and his team score moves to 71. Good comeback from Karunakar. Hint of in swing, inside edge on the pads. So dot ball to end the 8th over. Map Titans, after opting to bat first, are 71 without any loss in 8 overs. At the moment, Shashi Kiran out in the center is looking in real pain as the play stops for a short while. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Abhishek now introduced. Hit away in the mid wicket region. Shashi is struggling with his back. He's down again. Physio was out in the center. At the 8th hour mark, he had a break, but once again he's struggling with his back. He's not running the singles. Every time he hits a shot, he finds himself on lying on the ground. Short ball, huge shot for caught behind and given by the umpire. Shashi looked uncomfortable out in the center, finally departs after scoring very well 34 of 24 deliveries. He was looking to score in terms of boundary as he was struggling with the running. Plenty of problems with his back. Finally, his struggle with the back comes to an end with the end of his wicket. 8.3 overs into the match, and finally, Blazers are off the mark in the wicket column as they seize the back of Shashi Kiran. Shashi Kiran departs after scoring 34 off the bowling of Abhishek. Abhishek into the bowling attack, strikes in the very first over. So far, 3 balls for Abhishek, 2 runs conceded, and a precious wicket of Shashi Kiran. Right arm medium pacer Abhishek. 10 matches for him so far, 10 wickets. Economy 8.55. Best figures of 5 for 21. After the departure of Shashi Kiran, new man in is Surender Chauhan. 61 matches for Surender, 246 runs, average of 9.84, strike rate of 87.86. He's a very capable batter, but his stats doesn't reflect. Will face Abhishek. Short ball, cut away towards the sweeper cover fielder. Call is for 2, but denied by the striker. So in the end, both the players, both the batters settling for a single. Three runs coming off first 4 deliveries. Down the leg, huge appeal. Did it clip the pad on the way to the wicket keeper? Yes, it did. Just brushing the pads of the batter. And excellent work behind the timber by the wicket keeper. As I said, time and time, he's been excellent with the gloves behind the timber. Cut away in between short third and the gully fielder for a boundary. What a shot that was from Neeraj. He waited on the ball and just guided in between short third and short gully. Not much gap there, but still he pierces the gap to the perfection to end the 9th over. Map Titans are 78 for the loss of 1 wicket in 9 overs. Currently, they are scoring 8.67 runs per over. Projected score says 173. Average batting first total here at Gurukul Cricket Ground is 180. This is a batter's paradise. It's a flag deck. Pretty even bounce. Ball doesn't bounce extra or keep slow here at Gurukul Cricket Ground. Bounce is very even. It comes on to the bat very well after pitching. Big shot in the mid-wicket region. Fielder in the mid-wicket region. Moving towards his right. Does a good job and keeps the ball inside the boundary skirting. In the end, both the batters crossover for the second time and 2 completed with ease as they had ample of time. Good job there in the deep by the fielder. Karnakar to continue after conceding 9 in his first. Once again, an over-pitch delivery driven straight back to the bowler, who does well on his very own bowling and stops the ball. Dot ball. Once again, the batter plays with the soft hands in the cover region for a single. That was on the good length on the outside of stump. So the batter just respecting the good ball and just playing it with the soft hands for a single, which brings Surendra Chauhan on strike. Was 4 of 2 deliveries. Huge shot! This time the foot was drawn outside and no time taken by the wicket keeper. He dislodges the bail in a flash. Batter looks very disappointed as he was back in within a second, but the second time given for wicket keeper was enough for him to take that bails out. What a glove work there behind the timbers by the wicket keeper. White signal by the state umpire. It was way outside off stump. He had to collect and dislodge the bail. He does it with the perfection. Very quick hands by the wicket keeper. As I have said time and time, he has been superb behind the timber. This wicket definitely goes to the bowler account, but it should be given to the wicket keeper. That was an over-pitch delivery way outside off stump. Batter seeing and scoring opportunity, trying to drive in process. He loses his balance for a second, and that was enough for a wicket keeper. Alok behind the wicket keeping with the keeping gloves does an excellent job. New man in after the departure of Surender is Sairam. Huge shout by the wicket keeper. Still appealing, but denied by the umpire. I don't know what exactly was the shout for, but play resumes. Once again, huge appeal. This time the finger is up. What a catch that was. Slight tickle by the batter and he grabs a down the leg delivery even standing up. What a catch that was. Another excellent job behind the timber by Alok. What a catch that was. This is nothing short of excellence from the Alok, the wicketkeeper of Blazers, who this time takes a blinder behind the stump. He was blinded by the batter, but still moves beautifully towards his left. Fast hands by Alok. Sees the back of Sairam. Sairam doesn't bother troubling the scorers. He departs for a knot. Couple of balls faced by him. He's back in the sheds, very disappointed. This is the wicket keeping of the highest order by Alok. New man in after the departure of Sairam is Sriniket Reddy. 24 matches for Sriniket. 258 runs. Average 14.33. Strike rate touch under 100. 96.63. Will face Karunakar, who strikes twice in this over. Will bowl the final ball of the over. It's an over pitch delivery. Missed by the batter trying to go downtown. Once again, bails are off by the wicketkeeper. Denied by the square leg umpire. So it will be a dot ball to end the 10th over. Halfway through in the first innings, Map Titans, after putting themselves into the bat first, they are 83 for the loss of 3 wickets. Currently, they are scoring touch over 8. 8 point 30 runs per over. Projected score says 166. We'll be right back after a very short break. Plenty of action coming your way. Stay tuned.
100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability.
Fourth one down for Map Titans. Siniket Reddy departs for one. He's been cleaned up by Vijay who concedes 21 in his first over. In his comeback spell, he picks up a wicket straight away. What a start this has been. He has started freshly after the change of end. Vijay what a ball that was. Swinging in to the right hander. Total error in judgment, in judging the length by the batter on that occasion, Srini, who loses his off stump. Fourth one down for Map Titans inside the 12 over, 11.1 overs, 90 for the loss of 4 wickets. Neeraj, the opener, still out in the center. New batter in is left-hander SP. Then 41 matches for SP. 137 runs, average 11.42, strike rate 108.72. Will face Vijay who is off the mark in the wickets column. Slow flighted delivery on the stump, inside edge. The ball racing away in the fine leg region. No one there. Short third fielder gives a chase, but in the end, ball swing. First boundary for SP at the very first ball. Streaky, but he'll take it. Runs are runs, anyhow they come, says Titans. Change in a guard now for Vijay Now is coming around the wicket for the left-hander SP. Full swinging away from SP, who tries to drive on the up but gets beaten. Ball is 12 hours old but still swinging. Once again, hint of away movement after pitching, completely squaring up the batter. Beats him on the outside edge. Good work there behind the timber by Alok, who collects the ball with ease and dislodges the bails in no time. In the end, it's a dot ball. This time, the batter drives on the up, but straight to the bowler, who collects the ball on couple of bounces. So back-to-back 3 dots in a row after that boundary. 4 runs coming so far in this over. This time the batter was into the drive, but the ball was not there. In the end, he just guides the ball in the gully region for a single. With that single, 12 overs are done. Titans, after putting themselves into bat first, are 95 for the loss of 4 wickets. Currently, they are scoring 7.92 runs per over. Projected score says 158. Definitely, breaks are on the scoring rate. Only good news for Map Titans is that Neeraj is still out in the center with 37 of 36 deliveries. 6 boundaries for him, strike rate of 102.78. Strike rate significantly has dropped for Neeraj as he is running out of partners. Abhishek to continue. Flighted one on the pad, swept fine. Will it be cut off by square leg fielder? No, it won't. In the end, it's well placed boundary by SP, who moves to 5. In fact, Chetan into the attack with his right arm off break bowling. He's been greeted with a boundary by SP. So far, 2.1 overs, 23. Without any wicket for Chetan. Once again, Chetan guilty of drifting it down the leg. Once again, SP pulling it this time way finer. Back-to-back boundaries. 100 is up for Map Titans in 12.2. 103 for the loss of 4 wickets. Fielder there now in the fine leg region inside the circle to cut that sort of shots. Eight runs coming off first two deliveries. This time, way straighter length from the bowler, wrapping the batter on the thigh. It's a dot ball. 8 runs coming off first three of Chetan's third and the 13th of the inning. Once again on the pads, once again pulled away. This time over the head of the fine leg fielder for a boundary. This is poor. This is poor from Chetan. He's gifting the batter at the moment. Batter of the class of SP doesn't miss out. 3 boundaries all scored in the similar region. Once again on the stumps. This time just played it with the soft hands in the fine leg region for a single, which brings right-hander Neeraj, who's been off strike for a while, finally gets a strike. He has opened the innings for Titans and still out. 37 of 36 so far for Neeraj. Short ball hit hard towards the right of long off, who gets around, who does all the hard work, but in the end lets the ball go through. This is poor bit of fielding there in the deep by the fielder. With that boundary, 13 overs have been completed. Map Titans, after opting to bat first, are 1-12 for the loss of 4 wickets. Currently, they are scoring 8.62 runs per over. Projected score says 172. Anything around 180 is a good total here at Gurukul Cricket Ground. Average batting first total suggests 180. We have seen totals over 100 has been chased out successfully in this contest in past few weeks, as this is a batting paradise. Usually teams prefer to ball first, but here the Titans have had a brave call after winning the toss. They have decided to bat first. Vijay to continue. Once again, hint of away swing for Vijay. Ball left the left-hander SP after pitching, who tries to cut but gets beaten on the outside edge. So dot ball to start the 14th over. Once again, a length delivery punched off the back foot. Fielder there in the sweeper cover region, who is late to start. Both the batters making full use of that and running through for a couple of runs. 2 coming up first 2 deliveries. SP looking well set now. Is 20 of 12. 4 boundaries already for him. He's off to a flyer. Strike rate well over 160. 166.67 to be precise. This time SP walks away on the leg side in the mid-wicket region for a single. 115 on the board for Map Titans in 13.3. All in all, this is a good effort from the batting team. As far as bowling is concerned, it's not that bad an effort, as they have picked 4 wickets and conceded 115 runs in 13.3. This game is very much imbalanced. This time, Batter plays with a soft hand in the gully region for a single. This is a smart batting. Pace was taken off from the bowler Vijay. Neeraj realizing it in the end just plays it with the soft hand in the gully region for a single. So far, 4 runs coming off us, 4 deliveries. Vijay conceding 30 so far in his 2.4 over. Full on the pads. Huge appeal for LBW and given by the umpire. Umpire there has no hesitation in raising his finger. That ball was full and in line of stumps. SP played across the line and paid the penalty. He has to go back. He looked good for his 20. Now slowly marching off from the ground to the dugout. Fifth one down. Half of the map Titan teams back in the shed in 13.5 as they are 116 on the board. 15 overs have been completed. Map Titans are 117 for the loss of 5 wickets. Current rate 7.80. Projected score says 156. Medium pacer coming over the wicket for Neeraj, who is nearing the milestone of 50. 43 for him in 40 balls. Length delivery, big shot in the mid wicket region, and it goes all the way for a massive 6. What a shot that has been! It was a short one, and Neeraj rocks on the back foot and hits it in between mid wicket and long off. More importantly, ball goes all the way for a 6. Once again, hit hard down the ground, but this time to end of the bat, all along the carpet for a single. With that single, Neeraj has completed his 50. 50 of 42 deliveries, 7 boundaries and a 6. Strike rate 119.05. What an innings this has been from Neeraj. He's held the innings for Map Titans. Short ball. It was there to be put away. Pawan miscues the ball completely. But still, lot of vacant spaces in the mid-wicket region. So easy single. 125 up for Map Titans in 15.3 for the loss of 5 wickets. Neeraj now looking to shift the gears as he's looking to bat aggressively now. Once again, Neeraj gets an inside edge and the ball is racing away in the square leg region. Fielder gives it a chase. In the end, 2 runs completed with ease. Neeraj on that occasion trying to again go in between mid wicket and long off region, gets an inside edge. That ball went towards the right of short square leg fielder who gives it a chase. In the end, it will be an easy 2 for the batters. Full outside off stump. Neeraj tries to go inside out, but this time misses the ball completely. Sharp work there behind the stump by Alok, who takes the bails off in a flash. But Neeraj is well inside his crease, so no harm done. Dot ball. Length delivery, one side, Neeraj peppers the leg side. That ball was way outside. He was trying to drag it into the mid wicket. No timing whatsoever for him. In the end, single conceded. With that single, 16 overs have been completed. Map Titans, after putting themselves into bat first, are 128 for the loss of 5 wickets. Last 4 overs coming your way. What will be the target that Titans will set for Blazers? Time will tell. Currently, they are scoring 8 runs per over. Projected score says 160. No signs of dew up until now here at Gurukul Cricket Ground. But we'll see. Over page, driven on the up, over the head of long on. Effortless 6 from Neeraj. Just lifts the ball in the long on region. Fielder there in the deep. Looked interested for a long while. But in the end, the ball goes over his head for a 6. What a timing on that. Once again, another big shot. This time in the long off region. Even better connection from Neeraj as it goes four rows back in the sheds. What a shot. 140 is up for Titans. Neeraj moves to 65 of 47 deliveries, 7 boundaries and 3 massive 6 already for him. His strike rate now moves to 138. This time Neeraj drives on the up, but straight to the short third fielder. Good running between the wicket as both the batters cross over for a single. Pawan now on strike, who's one of 6 deliveries. Very capable of hitting the big ball, Pawan. He's a tall lad. He winds up for the very first time and clears the mid wicket with ease. As I said, he is very capable of hitting that big ball. He deposits one in the mid wicket region. Couple of massive sixes already coming in this over. This time, once again, batter trying to go for a big shot and miscues one completely as the bat rotates in his hand. An excellent catch in the long off region. Fielder there making no mistake. Pawan trying to up the ante in process. Holds out to the long on fielder. BHARAT there in the deep, who makes no mistake. 6th one down for Titans in 16.5 as they are 147 on the board. Currently they are scoring 8.73 runs per over. Projected score says 175. Last ball of the 17th over coming your way. Arjun Singh so far conceding 33 for in his 3.5 overs and he finishes up his spell with the dot ball. 17 overs into the first inning. Titans, after putting themselves into bat first, are 147 for the loss of 6 wickets. Last 3 overs remaining in this contest. What will be the target the Titans will set for Blazers? We have to wait and watch. New man in after the departure of Pawan is Sunil. BHARAT to bowl out into his 4th over. Will bowl the 18th over. Big shot. Gets an outside edge. After getting the edge, the ball climbs on to the wicket keeper and hits him on the shoulder. It's almost impossible to catch that sort of deflections. Big shot in the mid-wicket region and it clears the fielder with ease. What a shot. That is from Neeraj. Neeraj looked quite in the middle over stage as he was running out of his partners. But right at the very end of the innings, he is looking explosive. As he moves to 72 of 50 deliveries, 7 boundaries and 4 massive sixes. His strike rate is lifted to 144 now. Six runs coming off first 2 deliveries of BHARAT, his final over. Once again, beautifully square driven over the head of point for a boundary. What a shot that has been from Neeraj. Spotting the width is on offer and square drives it over the head of the point fielder. No chance for the point fielder to cut that off, as the outfield here at Gurukul Cricket Ground is lightning quick. 157 is up for Titans in 17.3 overs. 10 runs coming off first half of the 18th over. Once again, width is on offer. Once again, Neeraj goes over extra cover and he clears the boundary with ease. What a shot from Neeraj. Width was presented by Vijay and thank you very much, says Neeraj. This time shorter, shorten his length. That ball left the batter after pitching. Batter asking for a wide but denied by the state umpire. It was on the line and line belongs to the umpire. Once again, a good shot in the mid-wicket region for a single. With that, 18 overs have been completed. Titans are 164 for the loss of 6 wickets. Currently, they are scoring just over 9.1 runs per over. Projected score says 182. Abhishek will ball the 19th over and he starts off with white. White plus 4, 5 extras. Once again, full on the pads. Hit away in the long off region. Fielder there in the deep as well. So it will be a single. This time it was way fuller from Abhishek. Neeraj not able to get underneath the ball. In the end, just drills it hard to the long off region fielder for a single. 170 is up for Titans in 18.1. Short ball punched away straight to the short cover fielder. Both the batters very quick between the wickets as they cross over for a single. 7 runs coming off first 2 deliveries. Extra covers now dropping back. Big shot by Neeraj. Fielder there in the deep. Will be a spectator as that ball goes way deep into the stadium. Or a shot that has been from Neeraj. It's all timing from Neeraj. That looked as an extension of a cover drive, and away she goes for a 6. This is a 5th, 6th for Neeraj. He's looking explosive at the back end. Short ball pulled away in the mid wicket region. Fielder there in the deep. Once again, watches it sail over his head for a six. Back to back sixes for Neeraj and Titans as their score moves to 181. He bowled full, he was taken for a massive six. He bowls short, he was taken for a six. At the moment, Abhishek is running out of the bowling options. This time, Neeraj drills all along the carpet, down the ground, in the long off region for a single. Good change of play, good change of pace by the bowler. Neeraj into 90s. 97 for him in 58 balls. 8 boundaries and 7 massive sixes already for him. Strike rate well over 160. This time, Sunil trying to go big at the very last ball of the 19th over, and he misses the full straight delivery, and his off stump is being uprooted. Abhishek strikes at the very last ball of the 19th over. 19 overs into the first innings. Map Titans are 184 for the loss of 7 wickets. Currently, they are scoring 9.68 runs per over. Projected score says 194. Oh. Final over of the first inning will be bowled by Faizan. Ravi Kiran is the new man. 16 matches for Kiran, 67 runs, average 13.40, strike rate 98.53. He can bat. He's good low down the order batter. This time Faizan beats Neeraj. Dot ball to start the 20th over. Neeraj is on the verge of getting into three figures. He's on 97 or 59. Will he able to get to his three-figure mark in style? Yes, he will, as he hits it way over the head of long off for a massive six. That was a length delivery, and Neeraj is too good a batter to miss out on a scoring opportunity. With that, 103 for Neeraj in just 60 balls. 8 fours and 8 massive sixes for Neeraj in his 103. Strike rate 171.67. He looked slow in the middle overs, but he has made up. At one stage, he was bowled to run 40 runs. At the 40 balls mark, he was 40 of 40. Once again, a big shot in straight down the ground. One bounce into the boundary skirtings. He was bowled to run when he faced 40 deliveries. Now he has faced 61 deliveries. He's 107. What a turnaround that has been. He has hit more than 60 runs in last 20 balls. Shot and way outside off stump. White ball signal by the umpire. 195 is up for Map Titans. 19.4. Once again, Neeraj trying to go big, but this time gets an inside edge. Straight to the shot. leg fielder, single denied by Neeraj, rightfully, as we have only 2 balls remaining in this inning. He wants to make a full use of those deliveries. Way outside of stump, white ball signal by the umpire, wavered from the bowler, trying to stay away from the hitting arc in order his ball that wide delivery. 200 is on the cards for Titans. 196 is up. Once again, a toe-ender shot from Neeraj, and he's been put down in the long off region. Fielder there had ample of time. He looked comfortable in the center. He looked comfortably under the ball, but in the end puts it down. Neeraj survives. Last ball of the innings coming. Once again, a good shot in the long off region. Call is for two. Will they able to come back for the second run? Yes, they does. With that 2 runs, Map Titans managed 199 for the loss of 7 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. Exactly 200 will be the target set for the Blazers when they come out to bat. Plenty of action coming your way in the chase. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a very short break.
100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end. Plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100 plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100-plus critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS.
चालू कर दे. 5.20 was done into the chase. Blazers are 40 without any loss. Arjun Singh on 19 of 16 deliveries. Alok Jain, wicketkeeper batter, 16 of 18. Excellent bowling so far. Shot, leaving the right-hander. Batter trying to cut, but gets beaten. Blazers still need 116, 87. So far, this is superb bowling. And taken it easily. Instead, prefers reverse cup. And in the end, just lets the ball go through. In fact, the ball goes all the way for a boundary. Exactly 200, the target was set by Titans for Blazers. Blazers are 40 without any loss in 5.3. Last over of the power play in play. Beautifully guided away towards the right of the gully. Short third fielder tries to get around and cut that ball, but that ball was raised away to the boundary skirtings in no time. Using the pace of the batter, of the bowler that was on offer. Arjun Singh moves on to 27 and Blazers moves to 48 in 5.5, current rate 8.23. Once again a length delivery, once again guided away, but this time straight to the deep gully fielder. It will be a single. Power play done and dusted. 6 overs into the chase. Blazers, while chasing 200, are 49 for no loss. Currently, they are scoring 8.17 runs per over as they need another 151 runs in remaining 84 balls. Required rate has creeped up over 10 now, 10.97. Short ball pulled away towards the right of the deep square leg fielder in the fine leg region for a 4. What a shot this has been, Arjun. Arjun is now looking well set out in the center as he moves to 32 of 21 deliveries. 6 boundaries already for him. Strike rate well over 150. 152.38. On the other hand, Alok Jain is taking his time. Who's 16 of 18 deliveries, 3 boundaries for him. Strike rate under 100. 88.89. Partnership worth 53 of 39. Introduction in the bowling attack as Sairam has given go from the far end. Concedes boundary at the very first ball he bowls. Prefers to bang one shot. Now fielder there in the fine leg region. Square leg inside the circle. Long off and deep fine leg. 2 men on the offside. In fact, on the leg side. This time, once again, a shorter length delivery. Guided away straight to the short third fielder for a single. Only 3 men on the leg side. It's a jam-packed offside bowling, fielding, short third, deep gully, point inside, sweeper cover inside, and long on outside. Short ball outside off stump, pulled away, but fielder there in the long off region. Who does well? Only a single taken. So far, 6 runs coming off first 3 deliveries in this over. Blazers are 54 without any loss in 6.3. In fact, they are 55 in 6.3. Once again, short ball. This time, the batter pulls, gets the top edge, and the ball flew over the head of wicketkeeper. No one back there as it goes and hits the boundary cushion. Much needed boundary for Blazers. They are getting a move on. Arjun Singh in particular, who moves on to 37 of 23, 7 boundaries for him, strike rate 160. Current rate 8.85, required rate 10.57. All 10 wickets in hand. Walked away in the mid wicket region. Fielder there in the long off region is very sharp. He moves and covers the ground very quickly and keeps the batter to a single. 60 is up for Blazers in 6.5. They still need 140 more in remaining 79 balls at the required rate of 10.63. Once again, a short ball. Cut away. Will it be cut off by the deep gully fielder? No, it won't. That ball was timed to the perfection. It was inches away from the point fielder. Goes and hits the boundary, skirting in no time. What a timing there from Arjun. With that boundary, 7 overs have been completed. Blazers, after starting slow, they have made up and reached the landmark of 64. Currently, they are scoring over 9.14 runs per over. Required rate over 10, 10.46, as they need another 136 runs in remaining 78 balls. Partnership worth 64 now in 44 deliveries. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Neeraj now introduced. Star with the bat. Now has the ball in his hand. He is a medium pacer. Neeraj. Right arm medium pacer. Now operating from the over the wicket. 189 matches for Neeraj. 148 wickets. Economy 7.60. Best figures of 4 for 10. Will bowl to Arjun Singh, who's on 38 of 24. With the help of 7 boundaries. No maximums yet in this innings. Length delivery on the pads. Stats suggests he is a medium pacer, but I reckon he is much more than that as he is quicker. Done. Neeraj has conceded already 8 runs. Only a single legal delivery ball so far by him. Short and wide, plenty of it on offer, cut away, but protection there in the gully region. Heavy offside field is set by the Blazers. In fact, set by the map Titans for Blazers batters. Deep gully, sweeper cover, and long on. Deep on the offside. Short third, point, and extra covers inside the circle. Length delivery in the line of stumps. Just turned away on the leg side for a single. Ten runs coming off first half of this over. Neeraj is quick through the air, but he's looked wayward so far. Has already balled a wide +4. This time a good length delivery. Arjun swinging across the line, gets beaten on the bounce. Fortunate for him that it doesn't take an outside edge all the way to the keeper. Swinging across the line is always a dangerous option, but here at Gurukul cricket ground, usually batters prefer that shot as the bounce is very adequate. Once again, Neeraj drifts one down the leg. Excellent work by the wicket keeper. But still, both the batters running through for a single. So white +1, 2 extras for Blazers as they score. Blazed away to 76 without any loss. Current rate now touching distance away from 10. 9.91. Required rate 10.05. Very identical both. So match is in between now. It is anybody's game from here on. A good length delivery. In fact, it's a change of pace. Alok Jain on this occasion just defends on the front foot. Good fielding by the bowler himself in his follow through. So it will be a dot ball. Another short ball, this time cut away in the sweeper cover region. Fielder there in the deep does well. So it will be a single. With that single, 8 overs are done. Blazers, while chasing 200, are 77 without any loss. Currently, they are scoring under 10 and they have to score just over 10. So match imbalance at the moment as Blazers need 123 runs in remaining 72 balls. Neeraj ends up conceding 13 in his first over. He's come back and bowled beautifully in his second half of the over. He already conceded 10 in his first half, then comes on and only concedes 3 in his remaining second half. So all in all, good over for Blazers. Another introduction in the bowling attack as Sunil has been introduced from the far end. 3 matches for Sunil so far. He is a right armer, medium pacer. 0 wickets so far. Economy 15. Best figures of 0 for 15. Is not a really established bowler, but now has the ball in his hand. Partnership worth 77 now of 50 deliveries. 200 is the target that was set by Titans. Blazers in reply are 77 without any loss in 8 overs as they need another 123 runs in remaining 72 balls. Bowler in his run-up has been stopped by the point fielder and slightly adjust his field. So Sunil to start off his spell. Shot outside off stump, cut away in between gully and point, and Sunil has been welcomed into the bowling attack by a boundary by Alok Jain. Alok Jain finally after a couple of overs gets in act and gets a boundary and helps himself to 27 of 24 deliveries. 5 boundaries already for him. Strike rate 112.50 for Alok Jain. Blazers are 81 in 8.1. Current rate and required rate very identical. On this occasion, Alok just punches it off the back foot to the cover fielder for a single. Singles are on offer as all the men inside the circles are right at the edge. Very jam-packed offside field. Still batters are finding the gaps. This time down the leg, keeper misses. White ball signal by the umpire. So it will be a white +1, 2 extras for Blazers. Good power play for Map Titans, but they have leaked the runs once the field restrictions were gone. Once again, a length delivery on the patch, turned away to the leg side region. No one there in the square leg region, so it will be an easy 2. This is excellent stuff from the batters, realizing there is a lot of vacant area on the leg side. So 2 was on offer. Only 3 men on the leg side. Long off, deep mid wicket, and short square leg. Once again, the batter tries to pepper the leg side, gets the leading edge. Ball flies over the keeper's head. Good bit of fielding there by the short third fielder, who does well, but cannot restrict the batters from getting back for 2. So another 2 for Blazers as the score moves to 88. Sunil concedes 11 in his first 4. Once again, length delivery on the pads. Once again, walked away on the leg side. But this time, straight towards the fine leg fielder. Well, coming off Sunil so far. Sunil's first over and the 9th over of the inning. Blazers are right back on track. Cut away towards the right of short third. Plenty of job to be done away by the deep gully fielder, who does well. But in the end, easily batters complete the second run. With that, 9 overs have been completed. Blazers, while chasing 200, are 91 without any loss. Currently, they are scoring over 10. 10.11 runs per over. Required rate for the first time in the match. Under 10. 9.91 to be precise. As Blazers need 109 in remaining 66 balls. Match well in play. Well in balance. Both the teams. I must say Blazers ahead at the moment as they haven't lost a wicket. But it's a matter of a wicket and a 2 for the Map Titans to get back in the contest. Plenty of action remaining in this match. Final over from the far end will be bowled by Pawan. Plenty of experience behind Pawan. 316 matches for him. 223 wickets. Economy 7.38. Best figures of 5 for 4. He is a medium pacer. Now operating over the wicket. Finally, extra men on the leg side. 4 men can be seen now on the leg side as the short square leg and short fine leg both in play, apart from deep mid wicket and long off. Long on, sweeper cover, deep gully. Now, fine leg has been moved to short third, so only 3 men again on the leg side. Packed offside fielding for Pawan, who starts off with a short ball outside of stump. Slide appeal for caught behind but denied by the umpire. Dot ball to start the 10th over. Alok Jain this time gets beaten on the bounce. Once again a short ball, this time cut away. Fielder there in the gully region. It was inches away from him but still couldn't do much as that was timed to perfection. What a shot this from Alok Jain. Alok Jain now opening up as he moves to 37 of 30. 6 boundaries already for him. Strike rate 123. He took time at the initial stage, but now he's opening up. Once again, cut away. This time, the fielder moved towards his right to avoid that sort of shot. In fact, to cover that sort of shot, and he does similar shot, but result differs. It will be a single, which brings back Arjun Singh back on strike, who's into his 50s. 43 for him in 28 deliveries, 7 boundaries for him. Strike rate much better, 153.57 for Arjun Singh. Varun concedes 5 in his first half. Once again, a batter tries to guide the ball, but this time gets beaten on the bounce. Pawan is a tall lad. He is abstracting some extra bounce from the surface. This time the batter plays across the line and hits it into the square leg region. Mid-wicket fielder has to run away all the way to the square leg region to cut that off. In the end, 2 runs easily taken. Blazers raced away to 98 in 9.5. Last ball from the far end coming your way. Pawan to Arjun. Short ball outside of stump. Pawan. This time the batter mishits it, but straight to the point fielder on couple of bounces. With that single, we are halfway through the chase. 10 overs done and dusted. Blazers, while chasing 200, are 99 without any loss, as they are scoring 9.9 runs per over, as they need another 101 runs in remaining 60 balls at the required rate of 10.510. Match very much in play, both the teams. Plenty of action coming your way. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a very short break.
For end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution.
150 is up for Blazers in 11 overs. Both the batters opened the innings, have still carried on till the very 11th over. 115 without any loss, Blazers, while chasing 200. They now need 85 more in remaining 54 balls, 9 overs at the required rate of 9.44. Flighted one, full toss on the pad, swept fine away from the deep square leg fielder for a boundary. Another over starts off with a boundary. With that shot, 50 is up for Arjun Singh, who follows his fellow partner and reaches the landmark. Both the openers have now 50 in their banks. Surender was introduced into the bowling attack, has been greeted with a boundary. Once again, similar kind of ball. And this time it's way over waist, so no ball signal by the square leg umpire. No +4. So 5 runs for the Blazers as they have blazed away 224 in 11.1. Free hit coming your way. What a shot that from Arjun Singh, who's raised away to 50. In fact, 56 of 35 deliveries. Both the batters have exactly faced 35 deliveries and scored 56 and 50 respectively. What a coincidence this is. Both the batters have scored 9 boundaries each. Strike rate bit different. 160 for Arjun, whereas 142 for Alok Jain. Free hit coming your way. Once again pulled away in similar region. Once again result remains the same. Surender in this over has failed to pitch the ball so far. All 3 deliveries has been a gentle, friendly full tosses to Arjun Singh. Arjun Singh too good to miss out on this kind of scoring opportunities. He's making full use. And now on the leg side. Square leg fielder now moves much finer. We have 4 fielders now deep on the leg side. Fine leg. In fact, 3 fielders. Deep fine leg, deep mid wicket, long off, long on. In fact, we have 4 fielders deep on the leg side. Fine leg, deep square leg, deep mid wicket and long off. And this time the bowler again balls a full toss, but this time way outside off stump. So he's been punished in the cover region. Surender has been wavered in this over. He's yet to pitch the delivery on the turf or 4 deliveries bowled so far are the full tosses. Another change in the field. Sweeper cover now out. Square leg inside the circle. Once again the batter shuffles and sweeps the ball. But this time the fine leg is there. So it will be only a single. 18 runs already coming off first 4 deliveries of Surender. Surender has been expensive resource for the bowling unit. Once again a full toss down the leg. This time keeper missing the ball completely. So it will be a wide, and will it go all the way or will it stop in the outfield? Yes, it stops in the outfield. 3 runs have been completed by the runners. Will they come back for 4? Yes, they does. Ball stops in the outfield, but still the batters run all 4 runs. So white +4, 5 runs in the bucket of Blazers, gifted by Surendra. This over has completely changed the complexion of the match. 22 runs coming of five deliveries of Surendra. Final over of this over finally coming. It's a over pitch delivery. Batter tries to drive on the up but gets beaten on the outside edge. Finally a dot ball coming off this over. Once again a full toss. This time driven but straight to the short cover fielder for a single. With that single, 12 overs have been completed. Blazers are 138 without any loss as they need another 62 in remaining 48 balls at the required rate of 7.75. Neeraj to continue concedes 3 runs in his first 3 balls. Both the batters are looking in no hurry at the moment. Hit away towards the square leg region. Square leg fielder inside the circle couldn't do anything as that ball was traveling with some speed. What a shot that was from Arjun Singh. That ball was in line of stumps and he dragged it all the way to the square leg region. Timing impeccable from Arjun Singh as he moves on to 69 of 39 deliveries with the help of 12 boundaries. Strike rate 176 for Arjun Singh. Blazers 146 without any loss in 12.4. Over pitch, hit away in the deep mid wicket region. Fielder looked interested for quite a while, but in the end it goes over his head and all the way for a massive six. 150 is up for Blazers in 12.5. What a shot that was! Slightly overpitched, attacking the stumps. Neeraj, he's been taken for a massive six in mid-wicket region. This is hitting of highest order from Arjun Singh. Shot. This time batter tries to cut, gets an inside edge. Ball after bouncing goes over the head of the wicket keeper. That's a rarity. Single taken. With that single, 13 overs are done and dusted. Blazers, while chasing 200, in fact, are 153 without any loss, as they now need another 47 in remaining 42 balls. Equation now getting simpler and simpler for Blazers. Something needs to be done by Map Titans. At the moment, Blazers are running away with the show. Surendra Chauhan has been taken out of the attack after conceding 24 in his first over. Blazers batters started slow, but they have made up in real time. Now they are scoring over 11.77 runs per over to be precise, in touching distance to be 12 runs per over. Both the batters in mood now. Another introduction into the bowling attack. Sriniket now introduced. Coming over the wicket with his medium pace. Drifts one down the leg. This is cheeky from the non-striker. That ball went nowhere after hitting the glove of the wicketkeeper. But somehow they have sneaked in a single. So white plus one, 2 runs. Too many extras are given by the bowlers of the bowling unit. Shot outside off, cut away, fielder there in the gully region. 2 is the call. It will be a risky one. We have to wait for the umpire signal. Who denied that appeal of out? That was a close one. That was a quick second run, and in the end, batter somehow making his ground. Excellent running between the wicket by both the batters. Partnership now worth 157 of 82 deliveries. This contest at the moment is on the verge of converting into a one-sided affair. Once again, a batter advances. Length is dragged back by the bowler. So it is just being guided away in the gully region for a single. This is smart from the bowler. Saw the batter coming at him and drags his length. Short third, short point, short covers, and mid off in play inside the circle. Hit away in the cover region. Fielder from the long off coming in. In the end, could not cut it off as that ball goes after bouncing. It's a 4. Boundary! Boundary! What a shot that was from Arjun Singh. Arjun Singh giving charge to the bowler on that occasion and lifting it over the cover region for a boundary. Once again, Arjun charges. This time, Sriniket fires in the Yorker. Arjun Singh ducks it out, but straight back to the bowler. So it's a dot ball, which has been a rarity. in last couple of overs. Short ball pulled away. No one there in between. Fine leg and square leg. What a shot that was. As if he was way too early ready for that sort of shot. Well directed ball, but still batter has got his eye in and he's not going to let that ball go and pulls it to the perfection. One bounce into the boundary skirting. That ball traveled like a tracer bullet. 166 is up for the Trial Blazers. In fact, for AVSTS Blazers. Last ball of the 14th over coming. It's a full length delivery wrapped on the pads, but around the wicket. You're not going to get the LBW. Leg by signal by the umpire. With that single, 14 hours have been completed. Blazers are 167 without any loss while chasing 200 as they need another 33 runs in remaining 36 overs at the required rate of 5.5. As this match is moving ahead, it's turning out to be a one-sided affair. Bowling lineup of Map Titans have been teared apart by the batters of Blazers. No real bowler looked like picking up a wicket. In fact, no real opportunity of wicket taking has been presented by these openers. They have been ruthless right from the word go. In fact, they have taken some time initially, but once they were in, they got their eye in, they got used to the bounce of the pitch. No region has been spared. They have scored all along the ground. For the first time in the match, runs are lesser than the balls as the equation remains 33 and 36. 33 runs needed in 36 balls now. Once again, an over starts with a single. Tapped away in the cover region. This time the batter advances and misses the ball. That ball was never away from the off stump. But the batter survives. Fortune favoring the brave. Good change up there from the bowler, deceiving the batter in the pace. But not fortunate enough as the ball doesn't kiss the off stump. Once again, an outside edge found. Very, very, very close to the wicket keeper, but it goes all the way for a 4. That ball was guided away by the batter. He flashed and got an outside edge. Very much close to the wicket keeper, but it's the Blazers who are getting all the luck. Map Titans at the moment are no answers to the on assault from the Blazers batters. Once again punched away, good fielding there, but cannot prevent the batters from crossing for a single. 173 is up for Blazers in 17.3. Once again a batter advances. Bowler tries to ramp him on the pads, but in process drifts one down. White ball signal by the umpire. Full toss outside off stump. Lifted over the cover region. Will it go all the way? Yes, it does. Extra cover fielder tries to get around. Gives it everything, but his effort goes in vain. as the ball goes and kisses the boundary skirtings. What a shot that was from Arjun Singh as he's nearing his 100. He's on 89. Last ball of the 15th over coming. It's a full length delivery wrapped on the pads. Arjun Singh trying to walk away on the leg side. Misses the straight delivery. Finally a breakthrough. But is it too little too late for Map Titans? Or is there a twist in a tail? Finally, this is the back of Arjun Singh. Arjun Singh departs after scoring 89. 15 hours into the chase. Finally, a first wicket down. Trailblazers 178 on the board. Equation now very simple for Blazers as they need 22 more in remaining 32 balls at the required rate of 4.40. New man in after the departure of Singh is Vijay Rathi. Short ball pulled away in the wicket region. Fielder there in the deep. Call is for two. In the end, both the batters making their ground comfortably. Two to start the 16th over. Is there a twist in a tail? Or will the Blazers continue their good work and finish this match? SP to continue. After conceding 14 in his first, he comes back. Punched away in the cover region, no one there. So it's a boundary for Alok Jain. Extra man was moved on the leg side and the man in the sweeper cover region was brought in and the ball goes in the very region. Nothing working for Titans so far. Now finally a sweeper cover pushed back. Short ball pulled away, no one there in the square leg region and that ball goes and hits the boundary skirtings in no time. What a shot, this is from Alok Jain. He saw the ball was banged in and rolls his wrist beautifully and pulls it away in the vacant square leg region for a boundary. Back-to-back boundary for Jain and Blazers. Blazers now in touching distance away from the victory. 12 runs needed now. This time driven straight to the short third fielder. Single was called. It was a tighter one. In fact, if the fielder would have hit the target, that would have been curtains for the batter. 11 runs coming off first four deliveries of SP's second and the 16th over of the inning so far. 189 on the board for Blazers. Short ball, cut away. Fielder there in the gully region. Who does well? It will be a single. Misfield there by keeper. Good backup by the bowler. 190 is up for Blazers in 15.5. Current run rate 12. Required rate now under 3. In fact, it's 2.40 as they need 10 in remaining 25 balls. This is looking like a cakewalk for Blazers now. Once again, pulled away over the head of short square leg. Fielder, no chance for any fielder. No one moves as the ball goes and hits the skirtings. 16 overs done and dusted. Blazers, while chasing 200, are 194 for the loss of 1 wicket. White ball to start the 17th. Now only 5 runs to be scored. Slower one. Hit hard, but all along the carpet, straight to the long off fielder for a single. Four runs now remaining in the tank for the bowling unit. Avinash. Short ball pulled away. Fielder there in the mid wicket region as well. So it will be a single. Finally, a ball keeping low. The bounce here at Gurukul Cricket Ground is very trustable. Blazers 3 runs away from winning this contest with a handsome margin. Once again, a slower one outside off stump, punched away. Fielder there in the short cover region, but still a single taken. Good running between the wicket by both the batters. Only 2 runs remaining in this contest. Alok Jain on strike. Will he finish in style? Alok advances, wrapped on the pads. No appeal made there by anyone. So leg by signal by the umpire. Scores are level. 199 up for Blazers in 16.4 as they need a single to wrap up this match. What a performance this has been from Blazers while chasing 200. Short ball hit hard in the long on region. So single will be completed. With that, we have come to a conclusion of this match. Map Titans, after winning the coin toss, opting to bat first, and they have posted 199 on the board for the loss of 7 wickets in their allotted quota of 20 overs. In reply, Blazers chasing it out successfully in 16.5 overs with 9 wickets to spare. Man of the match will be Arjun Singh for his outstanding performance overall with the bat and ball. 89 runs with the bat and 4 overs and wicket and 33 runs conceded by him. It's me, Ali Hashmi, signing off from the coin box. Knockout matches will be played in the very next week. plenty of action, and the final one coming your way in this tournament of Bharat Shah Cricket Tournament Season 10. Stay tuned in this tournament. Stay tuned in this tournament. Bye bye. Take care.
+100 critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability. 100+ critical projects. Over 10,000 tons of cooling commissioned. From retail giants to corporate headquarters, industry leaders trust AVS projects for end-to-end HVAC execution. Join the leaders. Choose AVS projects for speed and reliability.